Hi all, I have an incredible game to show you. This shows the incredible power of pawns and how they can liberate pieces and be used for mating later. So this game is Janej Spalir against Andreas Diermair, and it was played in the Scintillating Open round 3 2018. So Spalir is a FIDE master playing white. Diermair is a grandmaster and Austrian champion in 2017 actually. So d4 from Spalir. We have knight f6, knight f3, e6, c4, d5, knight c3, bishop b4. This is the Rogozin variation of the Queen's Gambit declined. Queen a4 check, knight c6. So this disrupts potentially c5 from black. e3, black castles, the queen drops back. Rook e8, which gives a nice parking space actually, f8 for this bishop. Potentially this bishop to come back to f8 now. So a nifty move, and it's also aligning to the king in the center, of course. We have bishop d2, and the bishop does go and park on f8, a3, and now a very dynamic move trying to liberate the pieces, e5. Now white's best here is to play d takes e5. This has been seen before in very high level games. So for example, knight takes, rook takes. White should have a small edge actually. Black can play energetically like this without the knight on f3, but white should have a small edge. In this game though, we have c takes d5. And now, can you guess what black plays if I give you 5 seconds? Okay, knight takes d4. Yes, a very, very interesting piece sacrifice with the king still in the center. Worse would be, for example, instead of knight takes d4, e takes d4. This position is just better for white. That's very nice for white. So knight takes d4, very energetic. e takes, check, knight e2. Queen takes d5. So what has black got here for the piece? Well, white's pieces are huddled up and it's difficult to castle kingside. So is black condemned to castle queenside? Isn't it a bit fragile on the queen side? There's no g3 because of queen takes f3. It's very difficult here. We have the move queen d3. If, for example, white castled here, then d3 is plausible. So yeah, there's no that's just terrible. For example, bishop c3 trying to pin, but we just get the rook after, so that'll be a massive advantage for black. If g3, this is just offering the knight basically, but even better is bishop f5. So yeah, these are hopeless continuations, and queen e4 striking at white's king, these are absolutely hopeless. So queen d3, trying to at least put pressure on d4 now to handle bishop f5 with queen takes d4. That pawn is just supported. White castles queenside, and now knight e4, which looks at f2 among other things. So what does white play? White actually played knight c3 here, an energetic response. If bishop e1 just defending f2, then bishop f5. And this is pretty nasty. For example, there's going to be a double attack on the queen here with the bishop now protected by g6, and black's getting a big advantage hitting the rook there as well. So knight c3, we have in this position knight takes c3, b takes c3, so very, very dangerous position. And now, can you guess what black plays here? A very interesting move indeed. Liberating pieces again. Okay, c4, yeah, opening up the bishop for a3. Queen takes c4 was played. If queen takes d4, bishop takes a3 check, and bishop f5. And this pawn is doing a good job guarding d3, so this is a total disaster, of course, for white. So queen takes c4. We have now the queen hanging on d5 being attacked. Guess what black plays in this position? A brilliant move. Can you guess? 5 seconds to pause the video. Okay, on handling threats, if you can make a bigger threat, sometimes that's better than trying to defend a threat. Here, black makes a bigger threat to the threat of taking the queen. With bishop f5 threatening, bishop takes a3 checkmate. We have rook e1, so just to put that on the board to see it in full glory, bishop takes a3 crisscross would be checkmate. If king b2 is an alternative, d takes c3 check and queen takes d1 is sufficient for a big advantage. So, yes, interesting move. So bishop f5, very interesting move, leaving the queen hanging. We have rook e1. Now d takes c3. Yes, a very, very powerful move, not even taking on a3 here, which, king d1. But this is perhaps more accurate. It renews the threat of bishop takes a3. And with extra venom now, with a pawn on c3, we have rook takes, and we're about to see what this extra venom is, because didn't white create a parking space on d1 by moving the rook to e1? We have queen takes d5, but the shocking continuation now, bishop takes a3 check, and can you guess? Okay, the lovely finish, c2, and it's checkmate. A really crushing, concise attacking game from Grandmaster Diermair. A bit of a nightmare for the opponent, Spalir. And this is one of many instructive games in the Chessable interactive course. You can see on that bit.ly link, I've now got Kingscrusher TV. So Kingscrusher TV / pawns on the attack. And that will take you to this amazing course, which is free, and you can train with 200 excellent positions and look at games like this in the reference games sections at the end. So this is one of the wonderful treasures mentioned, checkmating with the pawn at the end. But the pawns also positionally just liberated the pieces throughout this game, exploiting the king in the center, forcing the king to go on the queen side. So that amazing piece sacrifice basically left the white position really tangled up and with low king safety, which was superbly exploited. I hope you enjoyed this, and check out that interactive course at Chessable. Thanks very much.